Welcome to Cabbage Cage, another versus battles. We guess ultimately. We pit various characters head to head and do our best to figure out who would win in a battle. For example, Mad Max versus Snake Plissken in a jungle with a predator. If there is no specified location, we will assume the combatants are on a small island. The characters will have access to the tools and weapons they would use normally. They will be fully motivated to defeat each other and their opponent in any way they would traditionally. And we will do our best, to our silly knowledge, to pick a winner. Alright, today we have in Smitty to the Cabbage Cage.
Yo.
I never called this place the Cabbage Cage, but now we do it now.
It is the Cabbage Cage, and it might as well be official because I'm here and I am the Cabbage King.
I don't like where this is going. And here we go. Awesome. So, now we have a What's Better. What's better, Matt? Mm-hmm. Professor X or Batman as a roommate?
Well, Cabbage, that's a really good question because with Professor X, you'd never be able to get away with anything, and with Batman, you'd never be able to get away with anything.
Yes,
so
that's the point.
I have to say that it's probably a push, with the exception of, damn it.
It is I thought it was great. This is what's more interesting for me.
I think I have my reason, but go ahead.
I think Professor X can read your mind, obviously, and so but I will say this: he's generally more respectful of people's space. He has a whole school of people, despite knowing he can hear and read your mind of all your thoughts. He usually won't. But Batman, he may not be able to read your mind. He's definitely going through your stuff to know everything about you.
This is true.
Even if you clear your history, he's going back.
Yeah, he's going to do the full profile. Whereas Professor X, might do like a quick brain scan just to make sure like you didn't have any like crazy
Yeah, you weren't trying to kill him in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's like we were sort of like
or mad at him for not flushing the toilet once by accident because he's still in the chair and he's like, "Hey, sorry, I couldn't get to it that one time." I don't know why he would do that.
I mean, when you're in a wheelchair, you're in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you figure out a way. What are you thinking? What's better? Roommate.
Well, it's not even necessarily about. I mean, do we get to live in the place that they already live? Like, do I get to live in the mansion? Or,
which mansion?
or Wayne Manor? Like,
they're both mansions.
That's what I'm saying. So, do I get to live in the mansion with the danger room? Because it's at that point, it's almost about.
You know what? Because
are we talking about like a studio apartment in New York? Like
let's talk. No, I think it's more interesting. Let's say a 2-bedroom apartment in LA.
Xavier. No doubt, because of the respect issue.
The respect issue.
Oh yeah.
What if Batman leaves some of his toys lying around though?
Not in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Not a 2-bedroom apartment. That's true. Why would he do that? He'd leave it in a whole secret compartment that you can't have access to.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, you know what's even more dangerous? I think they have both dangerous people that they attract. Obviously, they have villains that they attract.
Sure.
I'm more afraid of Batman's villains than I would be the X-Men villains. The X-Men villains are almost godlike power, but they do it out into the rest of the world.
They never show up at the mansion.
No, that's not true. Juggernaut.
Yeah.
It does blow up a lot. But I think if you have a 2-bedroom apartment, oh man, you know what? They both draw in a lot of danger. I don't know now, man. Yeah, but the privacy thing. Let's go with the privacy thing.
Yeah, I think the privacy thing is the key factor there. I just got to go Xavier because I feel like despite the fact that he could know everything, he would actually respect your boundaries. Whereas Batman, he
doesn't care.
He don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'm with you. Professor X wins.
Professor X wins.
I think the biggest thing about Batman is you would come home in the middle of the night and he'd be hiding in a dark corner and be like, "Hey, where you been?"
And there's a little bit of too much judging in my life that I don't need.
Right? I don't need that. Dude, I just went out to get some Twinkies, bro.
Look at my body.
Yeah.
You could do this. Work out. Be the next Robin. Screw you, Batman. I got priorities.
Yeah, bro, you can't even hold a relationship.
Back. Here we go. So this is another plain old versus here. The Hulk. The incredible kind, of course. Not Hogan. Hogan would be great, though. The Incredible Hulk versus Optimus Prime. Let's go movie versions. Because I think the cartoon version of Optimus Prime doesn't really kill.
No, and I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think he could kill Hulk either.
You don't think so?
I just feel like Hulk would tear him apart.
He's got a giant flaming sword.
So do I. Yeah, baby. Hi.
Back to the point. So you're saying there's no way that Optimus could win this?
I just don't feel like any of Optimus's weapons would do anything to Hulk.
We've seen. I'll say this: in the first Avengers, the group of Chitauri are firing on him.
Yeah.
And he's beaten up a bit.
He looks moderately annoyed.
I think he's a little bit more than annoyed. He's cowering a bit, which is surprising for the Hulk.
I mean, there are like 30 of them firing on him at once, and he like jumps away. But like, it's more like, you know, like when a hornet's nest is attacking you. Like,
okay.
It's annoying, but it's not really gonna hurt you. Maybe a hornet's nest is a bad idea because you could die from that. But
yeah, you could.
I don't know.
You're saying the Hulk can't be lasered to death.
Well, yeah, and I just don't feel like Optimus is that. You know, I don't feel like he's that bad. You know, I'm not pro Optimus, I guess.
What if he has Shia LaBeouf to read him on the sides and say, "Just do it, just do it"?
No, that's Hulk all day and twice on Sunday with Shia LaBeouf at his backside. Because
what if Megan Fox comes around the corner and sings a lullaby to the Hulk? Hey, big fella. It's getting to that time again.
Sun's getting real low.
What if Megan Fox knows that lullaby? Does that help anything?
Yeah, that helps a whole lot. That helps a whole lot. Well, then, in that case, it's not really Optimus Prime. It's Megan Fox.
So
appealing to Hulk's baser instincts.
So Hulk versus Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime loses.
Yes. But
Hulk versus Megan Fox with lullaby loses. I like it. Brilliant. All right, that's a good battle. That's a double win. Hulk wins. Megan Fox wins.
Hulk wins. Megan Fox wins.
Check 1, 2, and we're back. So we got a plain old versus-ish style here. So we're on the island, but instead of just two combatants, we're doing a little battle royale.
Oh, okay.
So who comes out on top? We're gonna do all the Batman cinematic villains.
All Batman cinematic villains from like old Adam West ones, or
normally I would want to put in the Adam West ones, but let's just say we know none of them are really have a good shot here because not really a killer instinct on them.
So like Jack Nicholson and on.
Jack Nicholson all the way out to the Nolan verse, or we can even add some of the ridiculous ones from
DC,
Batman
from the new DC set.
Yeah, why not? Let's throw those.
Okay.
Steppenwolf.
Everything from 89 to 2018.
Do we want to add Steppenwolf? You tell me.
I mean, he's not going to make it, so it doesn't really matter. But
oh, you don't think he makes it? I want to hear that rationale. Who kills off Steppenwolf?
It's the battle royale of all Batman
villains? Yeah. Ra's al Ghul? I don't think Ra's al Ghul takes out Steppenwolf. I just think we need to take out Steppenwolf because this is getting godlike level.
Well, yeah, and plus he's not specifically a Batman villain either. Like,
all right,
so I mean, I guess you could count Batman v Superman, but let's stay
in Batman movies.
To the Nolan.
No, let's just say Batman movies.
Just Batman movies.
Yeah, like not Batman v Superman, not Justice League,
but
Dark Knight.
Trilogy,
Dark Knight, yeah.
Right, okay.
Let's go, those movies. And including the ridiculous ones, the Schumacher.
Riddler and the Two-Face. Poison Ivy.
Both Two-Faces. Actually, Two-Faces.
Poison Ivy, probably.
Poison Ivy?
She controls the plants on the island.
But I will say this, in the movie version, she doesn't do it well. She's more of like a poisonous girl. Like she does more poison tricks than she does.
That's a good point. Her movie version of her
doesn't really manipulate plants.
Powers isn't as strong.
I think on the island, the Penguin's got to sweat too much and die.
Dude, Danny DeVito's probably he'd be bait.
Right.
Joker would probably put him on a stake and use him to kill someone else.
Either one.
Probably Heath Ledger.
I don't think Heath Ledger cares to bother with him at that point. I think it's Nicholson who would just kill him or use him as bait.
I could go either way there.
Yeah, either way, he's dead.
You just feel like the Joker would end up using the Penguin as bait.
Penguin is dead. We got that one out of the way, for sure.
And Riddler, you feel like he's
got the gadget, though. You know what? I'll say this. Both Poison Ivy, to bring her back in, just to the conversation real quick. Poison Ivy and the Riddler both use mind manipulation. They can.
Which, in that environment, could be very, very,
very useful. If they can get it on you.
So you almost feel
the Riddler has to put that weird plunger thing on your head. and Poison Ivy has to kiss you.
But
So she's not going to get Bane. She's not going to make facial contact with Bane.
Yeah.
And she worked with Bane before, but the lamer Bane. Lame Bane gets killed by the real Bane. Tom Hardy Bane. That's an instant.
Penguin gets killed by one of the Jokers. I feel like Riddler and Poison Ivy got to figure out a way to team up. And I don't know what
They're
happens.
both open to team ups too.
And I feel like the Two-Face guys team up, but they end up fighting with each other and getting each other
They both flip a coin. They both hit the opposite side and kill each other in a duel.
Something like
Beautiful.
that. Or they're trying to work together, but they can't agree on shit, and they end up.
Yeah.
Basically
they flip too many coins. They die.
They subvert each other's decisions, and they end up self-destructing. So I feel like the Two-Faces cancel out. I feel like Riddler and Poison Ivy have a chance because they might work together.
They have some mind manipulation. That's what makes it interesting. I didn't think about that.
Penguin's going to die, and if you got to pick between the two Jokers, I mean, Jack's the man, but
Heath Ledger all the way.
He won an Oscar. I mean,
he's more technical. I think
he's more of an anarchist.
He's more of an anarchist. We'll say he has some explosive because we've seen him with grenades in his coat. So when they all come to the island, they have what they have normally. So let's say Poison Ivy has some of her poison on her. Riddler will give him his mind device just because. And then Heath Ledger's got Joker, has his grenades, his pencil, his knives.
Can I ask the answer? I'm sure is no,
Sure.
but what about Suicide Squad?
Let's X them out. Because once again, we're saying strictly the Batman movies.
Right, and he is in that, but it's not his movie.
And we could add Deadshot, and then we'd have to add in the rest.
Right, and it would just overcomplicate everything.
Yes.
So
it's already messy as it is.
I kind of feel like the way to do this is you do a battle royale of the Burton villains, and then you do a battle royale of the Nolan villains.
Let's do that.
And then the winner face off.
Okay, let's do that.
So I think if you start,
let's go with the Burton version. As time goes.
I feel like it's either Two-Face or Joker.
Two-Face or Joker. I will say this. I think Two-Face is a poor man's Joker a bit.
Yeah.
I think Joker, showing Jack Nicholson's side of it, uses poison.
Yeah.
Is equally, if not more, proficient with a gun.
Sure.
And
he doesn't have any type of like they don't really explore it in the Shoemaker version, but Two-Face's character has internal conflict.
Yeah.
Whereas Joker's does not. Joker
he's
has
kind of full
zero.
Joker by that point,
he's got zero conflict.
He only had conflict before he was the Joker.
Right, and in Two-Face's case, in the Shoemaker version, they don't really address it. But even so, like the general nature of his character is like semi-conflicted. They do go into that a little bit.
He flips a coin still.
Yeah, so I sort of feel like where Two-Face is busy flipping a coin, Joker would just.
What about the Riddler? Does the Riddler come into effect against this Joker? Can Jim Carrey put a little mind blur plunger on him? Or can Poison Ivy kiss the Joker? Joker doesn't mind kissing a beautiful lady.
This is true. What about Freeze? We didn't even talk about Freeze.
Oh,
I feel like with Freeze,
Popsicles.
I feel like Freeze.
He's probably got the best weapon.
He's got the best weapon, but you also feel like he's kind of he's also conflicted and he's kind of stupid. For a genius, he's kind of stupid.
Yeah, he doesn't make the wisest decisions. He's more corny.
Yeah.
Not that they all aren't in some kind of capacity.
Well, especially after the first two.
You know who we forgot to well?
What's that?
Catwoman. We didn't even bring up Catwoman in that universe. And we could bring up Christopher Walken, but let's say she kills off Christopher Walken easily.
Was he Ra's al Ghul in that?
No, he's
No, that's right. He's the business guy.
Yeah. But what a great end.
You almost want to...
I think Catwoman... Okay, let's cut through the BS. I think Catwoman Joker is the more dangerous fight. I think Poison Ivy... There's a chance that she kisses the Joker, but even if she kisses the Joker, I think the Joker poisons her back.
He's ready for that, yeah.
But she would have some defense for it, but he would shoot her then.
Yeah, I feel like of all of those villains, and I know it's standard to Batman universe, but Joker probably comes out on top because Catwoman seems like she's conflicted. Joker feels like he would probably outsmart Poison Ivy. And the same thing with Freeze. He would make some kind of dumb mistake.
Okay.
And Two-Face is also conflicted. So really the only one who might have a chance, outside of Catwoman, but again kind of conflicted, is Riddler.
Right.
So then it comes down to Riddler versus Joker, and
he's scratching himself.
I don't know.
I'm going to say Joker.
Okay.
Let's just move on.
Fair enough.
So
Joker wins from the Tim Burton / Joel Schumacher. So moving to the Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, let's go to the trilogy. We have Bane. We have Frank Ducard as well, as we call him as Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
The real Ra's.
Yeah.
You have his daughter.
You have Scarecrow.
Scarecrow.
You have Talia al Ghul.
Yes.
And you also have
Bane. Did we say Bane?
Yeah, I said Bane.
And we had Two-Face
and Joker.
Oh man, they got such a great cast of villains.
Yeah,
they're all so lethal.
Yeah, but you kind of feel like Talia al Ghul is like, she's like, you feel like she's the least of the problems, except for the fact that she was able to. Like,
if they're both on the island, does she work with her father? And do they all three team up? Her, Bane, who works for her,
and Roz.
Oh shoot!
Because
they're all the League of Shadows.
League of Shadows.
Yeah. I don't know why he sounded that way. Is that supposed to be Liam Neeson?
I'm crashing this plane.
Oh, mercy. All right.
That was my Tom Hardy Bane voice.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
I thought Sean Connery.
No.
It's pretty much the same thing, I guess.
Yes.
I think that League of Shadows takes out Two-Face easily.
You feel like Two-Face
and
is
they
like...
take out Scarecrow, too, because Scarecrow worked as the League of Shadows member, too.
Yeah, he's not super villain status.
I think they use him to take out other people, so they take him out. So this really comes down to the trio of League of Shadow members
versus the Joker.
Versus the Joker. I think that's the real fight. I think this is even more the real fight than Jack Nicholson Joker.
Yeah, because you feel like the winner of that round probably ends up beating the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Yeah, I think the League of Shadow 3 easily takes out the Joker.
Okay, so
Jack Nicholson Joker.
So then by all of our accounts rationale, then we're really essentially down to League of Shadows versus Joker, Heath Ledger Joker, and who wins in that round.
And maybe in that grouping still, they haven't killed off the Scarecrow. What if it's the four League of Shadow members?
Well, the hard part about that also is because it's Battle Royale, you can only have one survivor. So what happens?
Yes.
What happens when the League of Shadows? It comes down to them.
Well, if that's the case,
amidst themselves. So let's just say, for theoretical purposes, that they did beat the Joker.
I would say Liam Neeson, Frank Ducard.
I feel like Roz.
Well, because Bane's gonna kill Scarecrow. Talia will kill Bane because Bane won't kill her.
Right.
And then she'll struggle to kill her father because it's her father. As we find out, she's kind of motivated from losing her father. And I think he's so cold-blooded that he can sire another child or offspring, or even wanted Batman to take over. Like, he didn't even acknowledge her at some point. I think that's where he would win. Dang, this didn't go the way I thought. I thought Heath Ledger Joker was gonna smoke
everyone through, right? And I still feel like he kind of could, because if he knows how to play the League of Shadows against
but they're on the
other,
island. Can he pull it off a plan quick enough to do it? Is he an agent of chaos fast enough?
Or is he the type that can just disappear because we know nothing about him in the first place, right? Isn't it entirely possible?
But his style is not to disappear, though. He's chaos, grenades, bombs. Use the other. He probably grabbed Freeze's gun at one point. You know what I mean? Like, he's an anarchist. He has a plan.
And getting caught is never really a big deal to him, because he almost doesn't. He has no real care about his own life. Yeah. So at the end of the day, that suicidal nature would backfire against him.
I think so. Dang, I thought. All right, I gotta go Frank Ducard / Ra's al Ghul. Wow. Dang, I didn't think that. I really thought Heath Ledger, but Ra's wins.
Hey. He has a special set of skills.
He does have a special set of... I mean, in a different movie, but he has even better skills in this movie. All right, Ra's wins.
Ra's al Ghul wins.
Joey, relax. Because we're about to do another battle. This is a plain old versus, though it's not going to really matter that it's in the island or on the island, because... it's taking place in the dream world.
Oh, okay. Freddy.
We have Freddy of the Krueger status.
Not the got fingered status.
No, thank you.
Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Oh, mercy, no. No, I've thrown that clip. I hate you.
Sausage. Daddy, would you like some sausages?
And we have the Inception team. Who survives? Inception team? You got Tom Hardy. You got your Leo.
Yeah.
You got your
You had
Alan
me at Tom
Page.
Hardy. You had me
I
at Tom
had
Hardy.
you at Tom Hardy. Nice. Your Joseph Gordon-Levitt's, your J.G. Ills.
My name is Max.
And then you have Freddy Krueger. And the battle takes place in the dream world.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm thinking there's a potential that the Inception team can get Freddy out in the real world. Right? Because that's how you really kill Freddy, right?
Yeah.
Because we've seen the Inception team do that. They come back. The mission is to mess up the dream world to have the plans take place in the real world.
Well, the whole plan of the Inception team is to go in and create an idea inside someone's head using the dream.
Right.
So that the idea changes them in their direction. So it would be kind of like Inception's going into Freddy's dream, but Freddy's only exists in the dream, so you have to actually start.
But let's say
you have to start in like Leo's dream, and you have to go into Leo's dream to get to Freddy to go into Freddy's dream.
Right.
And how do you get him to cooperate with that?
I think you have to figure out a way. Can they do that?
I think that's the trick. I think if the Inception team can figure out a way to get inside of Freddy's dream,
You know who was able to do this?
Maggie and
No. Rick.
Pickle Rick.
No, not Pickle Rick, but Rick Sanchez. He got Scary Terry.
He gets into Scary Terry's dream. So
Can the Inception team do what Rick did?
Well, if they can
Inception Freddy's dream?
if they can do that, then they win.
If they can get to the boiler room.
Yeah, if they can get deep inside of Freddy's psyche and change something inside his psyche where now all of a sudden he's afraid of children.
Or, well, they got to... Oh, maybe that's their mission. What if that's their mission is to get Freddy to not...
To become afraid of children. So
Yeah. Not kill children.
Yeah.
What if that was their job? That's a good movie. I would see that movie.
I would see that movie too.
It'd probably be really terrible, though.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So you're leaning toward Inception team. Okay, let's say for Freddy, though. We didn't give enough credit to Freddy.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's dangerous. I think he would definitely kill Sato. Sato's obviously been injured in the dream.
Well, that's in that scenario. I mean...
But we've seen it happen. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah, well...
He's vulnerable.
Yeah, but they're all vulnerable ultimately, and especially
True.
if you consider Leo's crazy ex, and Freddy can show up as her. And
do you think this is some good advantage for Freddy all of a sudden?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so the whole thing is,
but does Freddy show up as his ex-wife, but with a Freddy face that doesn't make it believable?
Not at first, no.
No. So it's full wife.
Yeah, he's pretending to be the wife to manipulate and everything, but really it's Freddy. So, but again, it just goes back to, can they get into Freddy's dream ultimately? Because he doesn't exist in the real world, you can't put him under, so you have to get into the dream world in the first place, and then somehow you've got to be able to get into his dream.
Oof. So that's what a linchpin's on, huh?
I think so.
I'm trying to think if that happens. I think most of the team, I think half the team dies, to be frank.
Sure.
So with the rest of the half of the team, your main characters that you basically have in the movie that kind of finish the goal, you're Tom Hardy, you're Leo, JGL. Can they pull it off? This is what I want to see. I want to see that weird sequence where JGL is fighting in that hallway, flipping upside down.
Yeah, in the hotel.
And he somehow tranquilized Freddy just to Inception his brain, because that's what they kind of do. Remember, they get into the dream with the dream. If you can get that, I'm thinking if he's got to have better hand to hand, as we see. But does Freddy just stab him?
Well, and again, inside a dream environment, Freddy has so many advantages. So
but they have their manipulation of the environment as well. Remember, they
have
their little
exactly,
puzzles.
Exactly.
Can they puzzle Freddy? And this is all we're trying to debate. I know.
This is the crux of the argument.
This is the crux of that.
Can they puzzle Freddy inside a dream world?
This is what I ask you, being the Freddy expert that you are. Has Freddy ever been fooled inside the dreams?
I want to say yes. I know that in Freddy's Dead, his daughter Maggie kind of goes into his psyche to reveal some things about him. So
it's possible.
Yeah,
but has anyone really tricked him?
Tricked him.
Heather has, right?
Yeah. No, he got kind of tricked in Dream Child when Jacob is like, "Hey, Freddy, teach me," and Freddy's like, Freddy's trying to rip apart his mom Alice at that point. And, Jacob, the boy who's still in Alice's womb, in the dream says to Freddy, he says, "Hey, Freddy, you want to teach me?" And Freddy's kind of stopped. He's like, "Well, yeah, that's kind of the whole point here, right? As I was trying to make you mine, in the real world." And so Jacob tricks him and then unleashes the dream demons, that he was fed, and kills Freddy that way.
So it's possible.
So it's possible to trick Freddy.
So if it's possible, I'm going with Inception team.
Okay, there it is.
Inception team wins.
Tom Hardy.
You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
Mad Max.
Inception team wins.
All right, this is a bit of a silly one here.
We like silly.
That's good. We're gonna do a what's better. What's better, Yoda or the Ancient One from Doctor Strange giving you the sex talk in your pubescent life?
Well, they're both going to give it to you in, like, forms and riddles and stuff. Like,
Exactly.
So there's going to be, like, as if it wasn't, like, a weird enough talk and awkward enough as it is, like, like, can you imagine the Ancient One? She's, if I told you everything you didn't know, like, you'd run from his place screaming,
Yes.
So she might actually freak you out about sex, whereas, like, Yoda might come out with the, do or do not, there is no try, and,
How great is that? Do not, there is no try in that scenario.
Right? Like that might
Or
be...
you don't use the Force.
Yeah, don't use the Force. Yeah, in today's environment, like, definitely don't use the Force.
Don't use the Force. Don't force yourself.
Yeah, you feel like Yoda might be more encouraging.
I feel that Yoda be more encouraging, but as Jedis, they don't know much about sex. They're kind of like a monk, right? They kind of have the solitude thing. That's why Vader or Anakin kind of went off the dark path. He tried to save his mom when she was, when it wasn't supposed to happen, and he fell in love. He had a kid. He was supposed to be like this guardian monk. So does Yoda know sex enough? I feel like the Ancient One at least is more compassionate to that scenario. She seems to be more humane or human.
You get the feeling she would have experienced it.
Yeah, right.
More so.
Because a lot of people who go to the Ancient One's place are obviously had their own experiences. Like, and the Ancient One jumps from one to the next.
Well, and she does employ the power of the dark universe.
Right.
So,
She uses both sides.
She's not like wholesome or nothing like that.
She's not like Yoda where she only uses one side.
Yeah, but Yoda could also do like spiritual force sex, I guess. Like,
whoa,
like
what?
He could,
where's this going?
He could put his hand in the air and like cause like an orgasm. Like,
whoa, what?
Well, like, like they've got the force, they can make stuff move. So like, why couldn't he
But would he do it?
Woody is probably the key crux there. But
I like that you have that
that he could. The fact that he could. It's like that scene in The Matrix where she eats the piece of chocolate cake. It's like Yoda could just,
Do you write the code? Well, now we're just talking about two different movies.
No, but you get what I'm saying is Yoda could use the Force and if you were like a Jedi and he was training you, like, that could be real helpful.
Who do you prefer? Who would you rather give you the sex talk?
I was going to say, I wasn't sure what the question was.
The Ancient One or Yoda? When it comes
again,
down to
it's the sex talk.
the sex talk.
Oh God, Yoda's would be probably hilarious.
Yoda's would be hilarious, but in your life, who would you want to give it to you?
Yeah, but
it is kind of funny.
There's something priceless about having the talk.
The man and the woman is
When they meet.
It would be hilarious. As funny as it is, in humor, Yoda wins. In real life, I gotta go with the Ancient One.
Yeah, if it was a sitcom, Yoda all day.
Yeah.
But
the Ancient One wins.
Yeah,
All
probably. Right. But
I know you want the Yoda to humor one.
I mean, you're asking me what I would prefer, and I almost might prefer the Yoda one because, I mean, that would just be a hilarious experience to have to document.
Ancient One wins.
Well, thanks for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other ideas for battles, leave them below. Greatly appreciate that. And subs and likes from Chewy and me. We appreciate it. Much love. To another episode of Another Versus Battles. If you enjoyed it, share it around. And what else?